Welcome in, everyone. Welcome in, Liz. Welcome in. Good to see you, Liz. I need a weather update. What is going on in your neck of the woods? It's 55 degrees, right? The same here. It's still hot. I have the air conditioner on. I have the air conditioner on. That's how bad it is. Since I'm on the second level, it gets up to like, if I don't have the air conditioner on, it gets up to 77 degrees in here. So I'm like, I have to lower it to 74. So we're in the same boat. Mexi Pina, welcome in. But we are supposed to be getting some rain soon. Supposedly. You just want some snow? I get. Yeah, I bet. Yeah, I just want it to be cold. It gets to be in this area when it's consistently like 75, 76 degrees, it gets smoggy and the air gets bad. That's the way it is right now. It's soupy. It's so gross. Not even Christmassy. Not even Christmassy. Mexi Pina, how has it been over there in your neck of the woods? Yeah, not very good. Not very good at all. Not very good. Oh, you guys can't see the candle. It's been chilly? Oh, okay. Yeah, well, you live by the water, so. You live by the water, so you're lucky. Us inland folk, not so much. Oh well. Okay. Let's move the teapot over here, because we have to have the candle in the view. There we go. I know, right, Liz? What are those TikToks coming up? Hey, welcome in, Patricia Collins. What do they say on TikTok? I know it's still a week away from Christmas, but I'm gonna miss the tree. I'm gonna keep my tree up for a while though. I'm not taking it down. I'm gonna be rebellious this year. It's so pretty. We still have a week left though. I don't take it down until after New Year's Day. Welcome to those of you on YouTube. We'll begin in a couple of minutes. Yeah, Liz, this is my Christmas tree. I thought I'm gonna have it as my Christmas tree and as my Christmas tree live. Dark Side of the Mo, welcome in. Billy Cody, welcome in. Billy Cody, how are you doing? Hope everyone is doing good tonight. Doing really good. I got together with some friends earlier today. We had some lunch. Teacher friends that I haven't been able to see since everybody's busy with work. So I got to hang out with them. Had a really nice lunch. Just tired? Oh, okay. You said earlier you were doing a lot of baking. What have you made? What kind of baking have you made? Those of you who are on YouTube, if you can subscribe, please. Subscribe to my channel. I'll subscribe to yours. Sub for sub, please. I'm trying to get to 500 before the end of the year. 500 followers. Sub for sub, YouTube. I'm also streaming on TikTok. Oh, we're already at 1,000 likes. Thank you guys so much for that. I really appreciate it. We'll begin in a couple of minutes. We're just waiting for 10 minutes after the hour, or 20 people in the room. We do have a new. Let's set up a new goal. Oh wait, hold on. Not that. No, I'm not gonna sing a song. Well, I'm not gonna do that. Peanut butter blossoms, those are really good, Billy Cody. I love anything peanut butter. Oh, and chocolate chip too. Nice. Yeah, peanut butter blossoms are really good. Let's do, oh, we've got a SpongeBob here. Let's do 50 of these SpongeBobs. They're one coin each. John, welcome in. John, ready for Christmas? I still have some shopping I need to do, which I think I'm going to do tomorrow. My nephew's birthday is today. Hey, Anastasia, welcome in. Yeah, sub for sub. Join my page. I'll join yours. Those of you who are on YouTube right now, 14 of you, join my page, please. Caitlin, welcome in. It's my nephew's birthday today, so I got to get him his birthday present and Christmas present. Tatiana, welcome in. It's good to have you in. Yes, John, how have you been? School's out. What have you been doing? Are you just working? Oh, Anastasia, this is a adult. I have adult regulations on here, so. Yeah, let's we're gonna put you in timeout. 24 hours. Working a lot and hitting the gym. Oh, good. That's good. Yeah, it's good to be healthy. Good to be healthy. We'll begin in a couple of minutes. We do have a SpongeBob gift that we're trying to get here. Let's try to get over 40K today. John. Yeah, somebody on YouTube right now. They're a little bit too young, so we had to put them in timeout. Hey, Ash, welcome in. I have my age guards on here. I don't know why it's not working. YouTube is really good about that, or TikTok is really good about that, but YouTube you have to really lock down. Hey, Maria, welcome in. Maria, I haven't been here either. So that's the two of us. Maria, how's everything going? How's the family? How are the girls doing? How's the husband doing? So busy and suffering from the flu. Oh my god, 106? Yikes. That's high. Oh my gosh, we're at 80% already of our goal. Yay. 25 out of 50. Kept me up last night until 5 a.m. to 6:30. Oh, Billy Cody. Oh no. Billy Cody, is he sick or is he was he just not be able to sleep? Hey, Maria Lorenzen, welcome in. Thank you to you too for happy Merry Christmas week. Oh, he has the flu. It's so sad when the babies get flus. They're so new and their system, their system isn't, built yet. My daughter had her birthday party at a soft play place, and I think the kids got me sick. Oh, yeah, that could be it. Yeah, anytime there's a big kid organization, somebody's gonna get sick. Yeah, I can imagine Billy Cody, especially when they have a cough. Oh, their cough sounds so rough for them. Christina, welcome in. Christina, how are you doing? How's everything in Michigan? Is it freezing over there? Give us all the information. What is going on? Ashley Daniels, welcome in. Oh, I got LASIK done on Thursday. Oh, nice. Was it painful? Ashley Daniel, welcome in. Oh, it's warm over there? Yeah, we're all warm. I was telling Liz earlier that I have the air conditioner on. I have it set for 74 degrees because the apartment gets up to 78. It's going to be a heat wave on Christmas. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's supposed to rain here tomorrow, supposedly. But, we take that with a grain of salt. Throw it over our shoulder. Hey, Mindy, welcome in. No White Christmas? Yeah. I know, I was watching somebody's TikTok from Montana and they were saying that there's no snow over there either. Where are kid germ magnets? My daughter got sick when neither me or my husband. I know, right? I guess our systems are a little bit stronger than theirs. That's so funny. It's going to be 79 for me on Christmas. Yep. Yeah. So weird. So so warm all across the United States. It's good for those people who are traveling, at least. Oh, and in Oklahoma. Yeah, that's rare. 79. We had our snow and freeze. I'm okay with. In Illinois. Oh, okay. Not in Vermont. How's it going in Vermont, John John? No LASIK didn't hurt. My eyes were numb. Oh, it took 7 minutes. Are you able to see clear? Yeah, Mindy, I agree. I'd rather have it during the holidays rather than like January, February when it's just regular, season. I'm supposed to have it during the Christmas time. 27 right now. It's supposed to snow tomorrow. Oh, John John in Vermont. Of course. Lucky John John, you lucked out. Very nice. Okay, let's go ahead and begin. Today is Monday. Welcome in, everybody. It's the 22nd. Stacy, it's been 60 in Utah. Nice. I mean, I can, but there are times they get blurry, and the amount of eye drops I have to put in is okay. A white Thanksgiving and now a green Christmas in Indiana. Yeah, all the East Coast people are the people I would expect that it would be cold and snowy over there. It's 70s, 80 degrees and warm. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and start with an anthology series. I introduced this earlier. For those of you who didn't join us this morning, I was on at 10 o'clock this morning, I think. And we were able to start the live with the Jan Brett's Christmas Treasury. And we here at Live are huge Jan Brett fans. Mindy, yeah, we're just starting. We're huge Jan Brett fans, and we found this anthology. I found this anthology at the library. Yeah, Ash, this is one of her like collections. Every 4 hours I have to do 4 drops. Oh, okay. Are you able to see better though, Christina? I think I might have asked you that already. So I saw this at the public library and I had rented it. I took it out one time, but I haven't been able to find it. So I thought, I'm just gonna buy it. I bought it on Amazon. It's got all the Christmas classics. We read The Trouble with Trolls earlier today, but I think today what we're gonna do is we're gonna read Christmas Trolls. Yes, time for earbuds. Oh, you can see better? Oh, good. And with Jan Brett, you just don't get a good story. You get really good illustrations as well. And she always does a fantastic job. If you're looking for a children's book, this is definitely one to get. Oh, this is just the 12 Days of Christmas. Let's do a Christmas story. This one looks really good here. We're going to read The Night Before Christmas. And it's actually the poem The Night Before Christmas, but Jan Brett style. So with Jan Brett, you always get a lot of detail. So here we have this little boy here. He looks like he's reading a list. You've got some reindeer there. You've got this gorgeous framing, gold and red. Oh, Mindy. Yeah, well, hopefully we can ease you to sleep. There's Santa with the sleigh. Lots of details. Yes, very pretty. Everything's got details on it. The sleigh has details. The stockings on the elves, the people in the background. You've got this ice sculpture here. Another elf here reading a list. Reindeers covered with blankets on top of them. Very pretty, yes. Very intricate. Jan Brett, she loves her details. For Gregory, Sophie, and Lee Saris. So she's got this little opening here. There's Santa Claus right there reading the list. You've got a little neighborhood, a little village in the background there. Lots of different character homes. Big homes, brick homes, wood homes. There's Santa Claus with his sleigh delivering the toys. 'Twas the night before Christmas, when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. And so we have this little snowman here at the top. You've got this cute little fireplace. There looks like, oh, there's a little dog in there hiding. There's a shoe. There's Santa Claus. 'Twas the night before Christmas when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. There's somebody sleeping in the bed. They've got icicles on the window. And then you've got inside the house, there's some Christmas tree ornaments. There's a chair. You have to have a cat sleeping on the bed, sleeping on the chair, nice and cozy. It's snowy outside. It's cold. Everybody looks safe and warm inside, wrapped in blankets. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. The children were nestled all snug in their beds, while visions of sugar plums danced in their heads. And Mama in her kerchief, and I in my cap, had just settled down for a long winter's nap. Some more Christmas tree decorations. You've got a gingerbread man with a little candy cane. Little fireplace with stockings hung with care. A little horsey. And the kids are sleeping. They're dreaming of the gingerbreads. Vision of sugar plums danced in their heads. So that's what the vision of sugar plums looks like. You've got candy canes, mints, gingerbread men, some cookies there, Christmas decorated cookies, stars, pretzels. Yeah, very, very intricate. The bedposts, look at how intricate the bedposts are with the gold carvings in there. This one's got a horse on hers, a dog, and then you've got the cat pillow. There's Mom and Dad sleeping. There's a gingerbread house, a gingerbread man. John's favorite is the gingerbread man. He loves the gingerbread man story. When out on the lawn there rose such a clatter, I sprang from my bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window I flew like a flash, tore open the shutters and threw up the sash. The moon on the breast of the new fallen snow gave a luster of midday to objects below. When what to my wondering eyes should appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer. With a little old driver so lively and quick, I knew in a moment it must be Saint Nick. Rach, you love gingerbread too? Yeah, gingerbread is such a fun. If they're made right, they're really good. And they're fun to decorate too. So you've got a little horsey or a little horse. You've got a little boat, a little Rottweiler. I think that's a Rottweiler. Who knows their dogs? There's Santa Claus. There's an orange cat, an orange tabby. Some more Christmas decorations. There's poinsettias look like our poinsettias. Our Christmas tree poinsettia. More rapid than eagles, his courses they came, and he whistled and shouted and called them by name. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen, On Comet, on Cupid, on Donner, on Blitzen. Here we get to see the actual Christmas tree. We got to see some of the decorations on the tree. Here we get to actually see them. There's a little baby bassinet there. It looks like somebody's getting a little doll. Bassinet for Christmas. Santa delivered, came through. You've got the reindeer there. Again, more details. Candles, symbols of Christmas, wreaths, mistletoe. Thank you so much for the SpongeBob. We really appreciate that. Did we achieve our goal already? Yeah, we did. Let's set up a new goal. Let's do Tiny Christmas. Let's do 50 of those. Those are only 10 coins. See if we can get to that. Chiquita, welcome in. Welcome back. How's everything in Texas going? To the top of the porch, to the top of the wall. Now dash away, dash away, dash away all. As dry leaves that before the wild hurricane fly, when they meet with an obstacle, mount to the sky. So up to the housetop the coursers they flew, with a sleigh full of toys and St. Nicholas too. Some more Christmas tree decorations on the side. There's Santa and this reindeer. That gorgeous house. Oh, it's a Red Lion Inn. It's an inn. How pretty. It's got some Christmas trees here on the front. Really festive. Beautiful illustrations. Busy making magic this December. Oh, Chiquita, that's amazing. Excellent job. And then in a twinkling I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each little hoof. As I drew in my head and was turning around, down the chimney St. Nicholas came with a bound. Here we see Santa Claus coming down the chimney. There's his feet, the stockings. And then you've got the inn. Look at how gorgeous that house is. It's a beautiful home. And then this one here. It's very country looking. Mule, welcome in. He was dressed all in fur from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. A bundle of toys he had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his pack. So here's Santa Claus. He finally comes down. Oh, thank you so much. I love that, Melby. Thank you. There's Santa Claus coming down the chimney. He's all dressed in his Christmas Eve garb. Just a tired thing. I'm always... Oh, Chiquita. I hope Santa Claus brings you some help. We got a bag full of marbles there. You got some elves. Look at that Christmas tree. Isn't that gorgeous? Look at all the details of that Christmas tree. And there's Santa Claus. And there's the little female elf there with the bag of presents. Chiquita, yeah, we miss you too. Yeah, this is the Jambret Christmas Treasury. And you know how we love Jambret. His eyes, how they twinkled, his dimples, how merry. His cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry. His droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow, and the beard on his chin was as white as the snow. So here we have, what is it? This looks like a snail, maybe a snail ornament. You've got this little vase here with some cookies, Christmas cookies. The reindeer, more reindeer, and you've got all the elves, just all excited, giving their best. There's Santa with the cookie. taking full advantage. As he should. The stump of a pipe he held tight in his teeth, and the smoke it encircled his head like a wreath. He had a broad face and a little round belly that shook when he laughed like a bowlful of jelly. He was chubby and plump and right jolly old self, and I laughed when I saw him in spite of myself. A wink of his eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know that I had nothing to dread. And there's Santa. There's a little doll. And there are the reindeers and the elves just giving away the toys. Lots of details. Lots of fun details. A car, some boots. Somebody's gonna get some boots. You got the man of the house looking out the window. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work and filled all the stockings, then turned with a jerk. Look at all those toys. An owl, a dolly, an elephant, a circus elephant, and then you've got this sleigh here with this baby. And there's Santa Claus right there. More elves giving away toys. Reindeer. The babushka dolls. I think those are what they call Russian dolls. Trains. Very old-fashioned toys. And laying his finger aside of his nose and giving a nod up the chimney, he rose. His job is done. He's delivered the toys. And look at Santa Claus. All that detail. Detail in the beard. Detail in the eyebrows. They're connected. The rosy cheeks. The hat with the pom-pom. You've got the stockings filled with toys. Marbles. He sprang to his sleigh, to his team. He sprang to his sleigh, to his team gave a whistle. It's time for him to go. Oh, they're the kids that he delivered to. And then look at the framing of this. Isn't that beautiful? It's like a nice gold frame with these little marble pieces on it. And all the toys, blankets, the reindeer. There's the parents. Happy that their kids got their toys delivered. And away they all flew like the down on a thistle. But I heard him exclaim ere he drove out. But I heard him explain ere he drove out of sight. So there are the kids looking out at the window. Some of the presents that were left. And there's the other family there with the baby. Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night. And there goes Santa once again, fulfilling Christmas 2025. The end. This is a big book. It's heavy too. It's not that easy to navigate. I wanted to do the big clap, but we're gonna have to not for this one. Jan Brett's Christmas Treasury, The Night Before Christmas. You can never go wrong with opening up the live with an anthology, but you cannot go even more wrong if it's not a Jan Brett anthology. In the comment section, let's give our vote. 10 if you loved it, 5 if you're like, it was all right, 1 if you were over it. Definitely give this a 10. Definitely give this a 10. Mandy, 10 for sure. Mexipina, 10. I agree. You can never go wrong with a good jam Brett, especially during Christmas time. A strong opening for today's live. Today we are drinking chamomile and lavender tea with a lavender and a honey base. Even though it's still 70 degrees here in California, we're still gonna drink our tea. Let's see what everybody is thinking. Mexipina 10, Chiquita 10. Oh, you have that book? Isn't it fun, Chiquita? I love it. I just love looking at the details on it. Stacy 10, Caitlin 10, Caitlin 10, Ash 10. Mindy, I got this off of Amazon. It's really pretty. It's all glass. It has a little tea steep in it. You put the little tea bags in there. Isn't that fun? It's really pretty. You know, it's pretty durable too. I'm pretty fragile with it. I always wash it separately. It hasn't broken on me or chipped. I hate when it chips. It's hot here too. I wanted to wash my car, right, Chiquita? Yeah. Texas and California is always so hot. Watch, next week we're gonna be freezing. Busted pipes. Frozen pipes. All right. Let's see. We are at 11K. You guys are doing an amazing job. Let's see if we can get to 40K by the end of the night. Let's set the timer for 1 minute. Hey Siri, set the timer for 1 minute.
1 minute, starting now.
We do have a goal here. We did achieve one of our goals. Right now we have these tiny dinies with Christmas stockings on the head. We have all new fresh titles. We went to the library, turned in all our old books, got some new ones. We're going to read this one next. We're going to do 2 Christmas and then 2 regular ones. This one's called Waiting for the Biblio Burro. I think I'm saying that right. Biblio Burro. Oh, because in Spanish, biblioteca is library. But it's a mule, a donkey with some books on it. So we're gonna be cultured right now. This is gonna be a good one. I can already tell. I really love this cover. Such an amazing cover with these. Looks like cactus here. Hey Siri, turn on. No 5. We love a good earth tone color when we open the book. It's like a nice burnt orange. Waiting for the Biblio Burro. The book donkey. Let's see. This was published in 2011. Oh, it's pretty old. More than 10 years. On a hill behind a tree, there is a house. In the house, there is a bed, and on the bed, there is a little girl named Anna, fast asleep, dreaming about the world outside and beyond the hill. So our story opens up with this cute little Spanish colonial. We love a good little Spanish colonial with some tile at the top. Our friend Anna, she's asleep, dreaming of the world outside. We love a good moon in children's literature. She lives on this little hill here. It's got the little stairway, these little plants, a peacock, a rooster, butterflies. When Anna wakes up to the rooster's kikiri, Poppy is already at work on the farm, and Mommy is busy in the garden. Anna bathes her little brother and feeds the goats and collects the eggs to sell at the market. After breakfast, Anna and her mother walk down the hill. Anna closes her eyes against the sun and wishes she was back in the cool of the house with her libro, her book. So Anna loves to read. She's got to do some farm work. She's a little goat. Feeds her brother. There's the sunrise, the rooster. There's the mama working in the garden with the little baby brother. There's Dad hauling some bricks. Anna has read her only book, so many times she knows it by heart. The book was a gift from her teacher for working so hard on her reading and writing. But last fall, her teacher moved far away, and now there was no one to teach Anna and the other children in her village. Aw, poor Anna, she loved that book. Did your teachers ever give you anything that you like absolutely adored and loved and held on to for a long time? That's Anna. She got a book from her teacher. There's the teacher, but the teacher moved away. Teacher moved away, and now there's no teachers in the village to help out. So at night, on her bed in the house on the hill, Anna makes up her own cuentos and tells the stories to her little brother to help him fall fast asleep. She tells him stories about make-believe creatures that live in the forest and the mountains and the sea. She wishes for new stories to read, but her teacher with the books has gone. Aw. Don't we want to make an Amazon wish list for Anna and buy her a whole bunch of books? So we can ship them to wherever she's at so she can have books to read. She likes to tell her little brother stories, but she doesn't have any new stories to tell him because she doesn't have access to the library. One morning, Anna wakes up to the sounds of tak-a-tak-a-tak, click-clop, and a loud ee-aw, ee-aw. When Anna looks down the hill below her house, she sees a man with a sign that reads, Biblio Burro. With the man, there are 2 burros. What are they carrying? Libros, books. Anna runs down the hill to the man with the sign and the burro and the books. Other children run to him too, skipping downhill and stomping through the fields. So here comes the man with the 2 burros, the 2 donkeys, and he's got this 2 sacks with him that contain books. The Biblio Burro. And there are all the kids of the neighborhood coming out because they're really excited. Something new. Something new is coming into the village. The Biblio Burro. Who are you? Who are they? The children ask. The man says, I'm a librarian, a bibliotecario. And these are my burros, Alpha and Beto. Welcome to the Biblio Burro, my biblioteca. But Senor, Anna says, I thought libraries were only in big cities and buildings. Not this one, says the librarian. This is a moving library. Then he spreads out his books and invites the children to join him under the tree. The Biblio Burro. So he takes out his books from where the donkeys are at, and he lays them out so that the kids can look at them. The kids all gather around him to read. I should start my own Biblio Burro. Take him to the children of the neighborhood. Once upon a time, the librarian begins sharing the story of an elephant who swings from a spider's web. He reads from books with beautiful pictures, then helps the little ones learn their abecedario. He sings A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Finally, he says, now it's your turn. Pick out books, and in a few weeks, I will be back to collect them and bring you new ones. Me too, asks Anna. Especially you, says the librarian with a smile. Oh, so he's going to leave some of those books for the kids. They get to look through them. And then he's going to be back in a couple of weeks to check them back in. So many cuentos. While Alpha and Beto chomp the sweet grass under the tree, Anna picks up book after book and finds pink dolphins and blue butterflies, castles and fairies, talking lions, and magic carpets. So she's getting a whole bunch of news stories. There's actually a nursery rhyme about an elephant and a spider web in Spanish. Oh, I wonder if it's based off of this. That would be really interesting. So she's getting a whole bunch of news stories. She's reading all these fun new stories, fairies, castles, lions. Someone should write a story about your burros, Anna tells the librarian, rubbing Alpha's nose and feeding more grass to Beto. Why don't you? He asks. Then he packs up the books and is off. Enjoy, he calls out to the children. I will be back. Anna runs up the hill to her house, hugging the books to her chest. She can't wait to share her books with her brother, and that night she reads until she can't keep her eyes open any longer. So there's Anna. She's a really good student. She loves to read. Look at this tree here with these pops of blue. Isn't that pretty? The little village. Hey, Magali, welcome in. Each morning, Anna does her chores and reads and looks out her window. She listens for the sounds of Alpha and Bethel, but weeks pass and the librarian doesn't return. When will he come back? She asks her mother, who smiles and says, Go and read, Anna. When will he come back? She asks her mother, who smiles and says, Go draw, Anna. When will he come back? She asks her mother, who smiles and says, Go write, Anna. When will he come back? She asks her mother, who finally says, Go to bed, Anna. Poor Anna. She finally got her wish. She got some new books. She probably read through those things really, really quickly. Oh, the cold has got you sneezing. Well, it's good that you're able to sleep. And she's getting, mom and dad's getting a little bit tired of her asking. So they just told her, you know what, Anna, just go to bed. Just go to bed. One night, Anna dreams she is flying over her country on a butterfly's back. In her dream, she crosses mountains and oceans and rivers and jungles, bringing stories everywhere she goes. Stories fly from her mouth and fingers like magic, falling into the hands of the children waiting below. When Anna wakes up, she misses Alpha and Bethel and the Biblioburro's books. She remembers that the librarian told her that she could write a book, and so, with paper and string and colored pencils, she does. So, the Biblioburro hasn't come yet, so she's just going to write her own story. Might as well. She's on this big butterfly. She's imagining that she's on a big butterfly flying above the city. The Biblioburro. Finally, just when Anna thinks she'll never see the Biblioburro again, she wakes up to the ee-aw, ee-aw, and children yelling. She runs down the hill with her library books and a special surprise of her very own. I wrote this cuento for you, she says. Que bueno, the librarian says, and then he reads her story to the children under the tree. So all that time while he was gone, she wrote her own little story. Look at how cute. She even wrapped it up with little string. And then the Biblioburro, he read it in front of the kids. When it's time to go, Anna's book is packed carefully on the burro's back, ready to be carried away, over the hills and through the fields, to another child who is... So he takes Anna's book with him, takes off, does a book exchange, leaves the village behind, and through the fields to another child who is asleep on a bed, in a house on a hill behind a tree, dreaming of Alpha and Bethel and all the new stories the Biblioburro will bring. So here's a new kid here, sleeping, waiting in anticipation for the Biblioburro. We love a good moon in children's literature. The end. There's an author's note back here. Let me read it really quick. It says, how far would you go for a book? How far would a librarian travel to bring a book to you? Around the world, there are many librarians and libraries that travel long distances, just like the Biblioburro. In Kenya, camel caravans deliver books to nomads in the desert. In Sweden, Stockholm's floating library delivers books to islanders on book boats. In Zimbabwe, there is a donkey drawn mobile cart library. In the United States, book mobiles started out as book wagons. This book was inspired by a particular librarian I was honored to get to know, Luis Soriano Boriquez. Near La Gloria, Colombia, this teacher and librarian delivers books to children who live in remote villages with the help of his two donkeys, Alpha and Beto. Luis's Biblioburro program is an inspiration to us all. To learn more about Luis, check out www.cnn. Oh, CNN Heroes. This book is a celebration of Luis and all the teachers and librarians who bring books to children everywhere, across deserts, fields, mountains, and water. So guys, if you want to see who this guy is, take a screenshot. cnn.com/2010/living0225 cnnheroes.soriano. And then you could see who the Biblioburro is. This is a really good book. Not only did we get a cultural book, but we got to learn about mobile libraries delivering books to kids who live in far off places. Okay, we started the live with Jam Brett's Christmas Treasury. We love a good Jam Brett. Then we just finished up waiting for the Biblioburro. In the comment section, let's see, 1 or 2. I'm going to have to say both 1 and 2 because you guys are getting really good titles tonight. You guys are getting really good titles tonight, really strong titles. In the comment section, let's see what everybody is thinking. Magali one. Yeah, Magali, that was it. The Jam Brat one we read was The Night Before Christmas. It was a good one. Mexi Pina 1 and 2, I agree. I agree. Okay, let's look in the stacks and see what we can find. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm going to go get a bag. 2, I never knew about mobile libraries. Right, Ashley Daniels? See, we learn something every night. We learn something every night here on live with our books. We have this whole big thing filled with books. Chiquita, both? I agree. Since we have a lot to choose from, we get to be picky. What's this one about? This one's really pretty. Let me look at this. Book of Fairy Tales. Okay. Let's see what this one is. In this, oh, let's set the timer for 1 minute. Almost forgot. Hey Siri, set the timer for 1 minute. Let's go ahead and tap, tap, tap. We kind of fell behind a little. We should be at 20K right now. We should be at about 20K right now in order to reach our 40K desired goal for tonight. Let me look through, see what we have here. We have a lot of good choices, but let's do this one. This one's kind of a Christmas adjacent. This one is called Winter Fun. And you have all your forest friends on the cover here. You got a fox, an owl, a little mouse, a raccoon. We love a good powder blue end page. Winter Fun. This one was published in 2022. It has been snowing today. Fox and Mouse are making a big snowball. They want to roll it onto the top of the hill, but the snowball is far too heavy. Can you help? Tilt the book to the right and then turn the page. Let's see, so they want to get that snowball up the hill. So we have to turn it up to the right for them. Tilt the book to the right and then turn the page. Let's see what it does. It worked! The snowball started rolling and now is sitting on top of the hill. We love a good moon in children's literature. Isn't that funny? It's very interactive. On the other side of the hill, Raccoon and Owl are playing in the snow. They want to take their heavy snowball up the hill too. Shall we help them once again? Tilt the book to the left and then turn the page. This is my left. Yeah. So we're going to tilt it to the left. And let's see what happens. It worked again. Raccoon and Owl's snowball is also sitting on top of the hill. But, so we have those two snowballs up there. We helped them out. Fox and Mouse's snowball is rolling down. Catch! Shouts Fox. Oh, one of them rolls back down the hill. Uh-oh, it's too late. Aw, it crashed right on them. Pulverized them. Where did Fox and Mouse go? Are they under the pile of snow? Shake the book back and forth a little and then turn the page. So we're going to do what it says. Shake the book back and forth a little and let's see what happens. Hooray! There are Fox and Mouse. Oh, we got the snow off of them. Hey, look, it's snowing again. How beautiful. Maybe it's because you shook the book. Shall we shake the book once more? Let's shake the book and see what happens. It worked. It's snowing even harder. Fox, Mouse, Raccoon, and Owl have made a new snowball. Together, they're rolling it up the hill. Now keep the book very still, then hopefully the other snowball won't roll down. We're being really creative with this story. Together our friends are pushing the snowball to the top of the hill. Now they have to put the heavy ball on top of the other one, and then they'll be almost finished. Do you know what they're going to make? Do you want to help again? Just give the snowball a small push. And let's see what happens. Yes, it's going to be a snowman. Mouse makes 2 eyes and a mouth with chestnuts. Fox uses a carrot as a nose. Raccoon puts some beautiful buttons on the belly. And Owl has found some sticks for the arms. So they're going to build their own little snowman there, up on the hill. Thanks to Owl's hat, Fox's scarf, Raccoon's mittens, and Mouse's boots, it's a wonderful snowman. Bye, beautiful snowman. Bye, dear friends. Thank you for your help. Shall we shake the book one last time? So they were able to make their very own snowman, and they took out parts of their clothes and made the scarf and the hat. Thank you so much, Lauren. The end. Winter fun. That was a cute one. That was a cute break. We've had 2 very strong titles at the beginning. Lots of details, lots of culture. It was good to read something a little bit light so we can digest what we've read. Okay, in the comment section, let's see what everybody's thinking. 1, 2, or 3. Let's go ahead and set the timer for 1 minute. Our goal tonight is 40K. Let's tap, tap, tap. Hey Siri, set the timer for 1 minute.
1 minute, starting now.
And let's tap, tap, tap away. And while we're tapping away, we're gonna look in our book of recent library home. I think I know what I want to read. Oh, let's read this one. I saw this one. I thought we have to read this one. We have to get this. This is a very traditional, fun, old-timey book. This one's called The Farmhouse. Hey Lola, welcome in. The Farmhouse. We love anything that has to do with the farm, anything that has to do with the East Coast, Connecticut. We love anything that has to do with winter. Oh, you're 6 weeks today. Oh, congratulations. Hey Siri, turn off. 6 weeks, so that's a month and a half. So let's see, November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June. So July, baby? The summer? That's going to be really exciting, Lola. We're going to have a summer baby. This one's going to be really good. Look at the details of that end page. I love anything that has to do with a farmhouse or a village. July or August? Ooh, hopefully August 6th. August 6th is my birthday. Let's see. It says the illustrations for this book were created using Chinese ink, watercolor, gouache, and colored pencil, as well as materials salvaged from falling down 19th century farmhouse in New York State wallpaper, composition books, newspapers, brown paper bags, clothing, handkerchiefs, curtains, and string. This book was edited by Suzanne Rich and designed by Sophie Blackhall. Interesting. So this has a lot of organic, natural materials. Look at that wallpaper. The farmhouse. And then look at the pictures there. 2022 is when this was published. Over a hill at the end of a road, by a glittering stream that twists and turns, stands a house. We're gonna zoom out. Farmland. We've got these open landscapes of farmland, and you've got this farm here. There's the farm with the bales, and then the house. They have their own natural garden and the clothes hanging on the line. Soon the evil government will come and put data centers for AI all over this. Just kidding. Where 12 children were born and raised, where they learned to crawl in the short front hall, where they posed arranged on the wooden stairs, and were measured with marks over the years. Right now. Yeah, Trump blows Bubba, right? Evil data centers. Yeah. Dystopia talk. Lauren, that is so funny. So here you have a generational family who's lived on this farmhouse, open, expansive farmland, generations. And look at all the kids. Just there having fun. They've measured them throughout the years. They have all the little measurements there from all the kids. Where they carved potatoes and dipped them in paint, to pattern the walls with flowers and leaves, and painted the cat about which they lied. Oh, so they took potatoes, they made little shapes on the potatoes with paint, and they made these cute little wall designs, wallpaper. They also painted the little cat. Look at how pretty that is. Look at the wall. The little flowers on it. For which they were scolded and maybe they cried, and then were enfolded in forgiving arms in the serious room, where the organ was played and speeches were made. But if they weren't even sorry at all, they were sent to their rooms. Guys, look at how pretty this picture is. Little chimney. Every inch of the wall is colored. And they're all having, sisters playing on the piano playing. Kids are playing here. She is the rebellious one of the family. Where they pored over books about planets and stars, then climbed into beds where they dreamed of Mars, or they dreamed of cats, or the distant sea. So this is the second story. And they've got all their beds up there. You've got the twins probably who share a bed. The brothers on this side. Imagine having to share all that room with all those brothers and sisters. It's fun when you're a kid, but once you get older, forget about it. They've got the little chimney. And whispered secrets, played truth or dare, and lost their teeth and brushed their hair, where they kept collections of tiny toy cars, and feathers and bones and movie stars, where they hung prize ribbons for champion cows that lived in the barn behind the house. Gorgeous illustrations. Gorgeous illustrations. Lots of details, lots of color. There's Pa looking in on the kids. Look at their room. And the patterns on the bed. The headboards. You've got some real life pictures here. We love a good moon in children's literature. Always have to have a moon in children's literature. And were milked twice a day, no matter the weather, at dawn and at dusk, by one child or another, who shivered and grumbled as they crossed the yard, or liked being alone with a flaming cloud, depending on the season, the day, and the child. Look at the cows. We love those patterns. Cows and the geese. Rain and fall. Winter. And they fed the calves and mucked out stalls and forked the hay into giant piles and fished for trout in the glittering stream that changed its shape from year to year. So, living every day on the farm. It's so funny that this is a dream. You know, some people can live like this, but it's not guaranteed though. It's not guaranteed when the evil government comes and starts selling your products to other countries and leaves nothing for its own country. Gotta make everything political. And walking home with their rods and flies, they picked gnarled apples to turn into pies. Trump blows Bubba, right? Look at how pretty this picture is. Isn't that gorgeous? Look at that apple tree. And then look at all that farmland in the back and that red sun. That's just a gorgeous picture. Late stage capitalism nightmares. Right? Yeah, that's a really gorgeous page. Love this page. It's so pretty. Late stage capitalism. And dragged in mud from the fields outside, so they shook the rug and scrubbed the floors and listened to their mother and did their chores and set the table. We love a good, gorgeous potbelly stove. Look at Mama with her kids. People just want to have a family and live in peace. They don't want to be bothered. and bowed their heads and dished up soup and tore up bread. These illustrations just get better and better. Look at that gorgeous picture of a family. This is a picture that you could find in a museum, blown up, and it would just be so fun to look at. Like old Americana. Magalia, very cozy. Old America. And took turns tending the youngest one, who lay with a fever and a spotted tongue. As they watched, they darned their socks and sewed on buttons that once were shells in the faraway sea that they'd never seen. And they waited for spring, which eventually came, as it did every year, with blossoms and rain, which leaked through the holes that had grown in the roof, collecting in bowls and pans and pails, staining the walls in the short front hall with the flowers and leaves and measures and marks. So a lot of time passes, and as the time passes, it erodes the walls, the paint, but you still have a very strong family unit. A little baby and the little, lots of babies there. From the children who all grew up in this house, who went off to school or to work on a farm, or to drive a truck or train as a nurse, or study the stars or have babies themselves, until one day the youngest child, who is now quite old, took a last look around and picked up her case and opened the door. Aww. So there's the family that we've been reading about. They all became successful. All the jobs that they took on, equestrian, scientist, a nurse, truck driver, farmer. And the last survivor, who is old now, and stepped outside and into a car where her sister was waiting to drive to the sea, which they'd always wanted to see. Oh, they always wanted to live by the water. Look how pretty this picture is. Look at these pops of red and pink. Pops. Red, pink. And the house gave a sigh and slumped on the stones, which caused a slight lean in its beams and its bones. So the door swung open and let in the breeze. Oh, it's been abandoned. Look at the wisps of wind. And welcome the rain that rotted the floor, where a sapling grew right next to the stove, where the wallpaper peeled like onion skins and drifted about with the fallen leaves, and the button that was once a shell in the sea. Oh, guys, look how sad. That house, the raccoon. You got a tree that's grown inside there. All this trash. Oh. That potbelly stove, too. From this, warm and cozy, to this. How sad. By the parlor organ that rattled with nuts, put there by a squirrel with rather a fuss, which started the swallows that fed on the moths that fluttered and flew all over the house. There was even a bear in the basement one year who slept there all winter until the spring. Oh, yeah. Look at the sofa, all ratted and tatted. The basement. Which was when I came and cut a path through prickly burdock and nettles and grass, and found what remained of the old farmhouse, where I filled my arms with wallpaper scraps, and rain-soaked books and brittle maps and mud-caked dresses and handkerchiefs and a button that was once a shell in a sea. So the author, here's the author. She discovered this house in its dilapidated form. All the flora and fauna had grown all over it. Nature had taken over. And that's how she made this book. And back at my desk, I spread them all out and cherished my gifts from the falling down house. Then I sharpened my pencil and mixed some paint and dipped my brush and cut some shapes and began to imagine the things that took place. So she took a couple of things from the house, cut them up and scrapbooked them, and imagined what kind of things went on in the house. I'm anxious to see how this ends. In the home where 12 children were born and raised, where they ate and slept and worked and played and laughed and loved and grew quite old, where they'll live on now in this book that you hold, like your stories will, so long as they're told. Aww, this makes me sad. Look at all that, when that house was filled with people, it was filled with love. But how could they abandon it though? Why would they abandon it? It's probably worth a lot of money. Let Martha Stewart in. She'll know how to take care of it. So this is actual pictures of the farmhouse. Yeah, look at it. It's all rotted and dilapidated. I got clothes that she's found. It says, I have always loved old things, especially old, worn, mended things that show traces of hands and hearts and minds long gone, things that tell stories, like a china doll with a one-hand carved wooden arm, or much darned stockings that once covered feet that must have walked miles. Imagine my excitement then to buy an old farmhouse that came with a falling down house where 12 children were born and raised, a house filled with scraps and fragments that helped me imagine the lives lived within its walls. I first explored the house on a late spring day. Outside, the meadow was noisy with chattering birds, and wildflowers nodded their heads in the sun. Inside, everything was cool and dark and quiet. The floor was scattered with brittle leaves, a saucepan lid, and a stiff leather shoe. An ornate parlor organ held walnut shells and the curled pages of lovesick songs. A waterlogged catalog offered beehives and waffle irons, bed springs and guitar strings. In the kitchen, newspapers with reports of milk prices and war lined sagging pantry shelves of rusted tin cans. A straw mattress slumped in the corner. A calendar still hung on the wall, open to July 1970, the month and year I was born. Very interesting. The Farmhouse. You can't go wrong with a book like this. You know that if it has anything to do with the farmhouse, you're going to have a really good time with it. Okay, in the comment section, let's see what everybody's thinking. Let's see what everybody is thinking. You guys got really good titles tonight. We started the live with, wasn't Trump Blows Bubble, wasn't that a good book? I really love this, very historical. We started with Jan Brett's Christmas Treasury. We love a good Jan Brett. Then we read Waiting for the Biblio Burro. Very solemn book, but really good, beautiful art. Yeah, Kiwi's delivery, I agree. You encapsulated the whole book in that one sentence. Very solemn book. Yeah, it's very sad. Why did they keep it in the family? I don't understand that. Why did they just abandon it? Winter Fun. We got a little break. And then we just finished reading Farmhouse by Sophie Blackall. Two-time Caldecott medalist. Oh, she's won lots of medals for her stories. All right, in the comment section, let's see what everybody's thinking. I'm gonna go with The Farmhouse. I really love this one. I thought this was a really good one. In the comment section, when was this one published, John? This one was published in 2022. 2022, The Farmhouse, and the texture of it too is kind of it's a little lifted from the book. Yeah, fairly new, not that old. I'm gonna do some research on that later to see what it's all about. One more one. Nat, because we are very close to getting to 40K, we're gonna do one more. But the reason why we're gonna do one more is because I noticed that the author of this one is the author of this book here, The Lighthouse. And I, what do you call it? Check that one out. This is one that we've read before in the live, and we really loved it. Yeah, one more, it's Christmas time, right? Hey Siri, set the timer for 1 minute.
1 minute, starting now.
Okay, let's tap. We're almost at 40K. This one is called Hello Lighthouse. This is by the same author, Sophie Blackall. We've read this one before. Some of you might remember it. This is a really good one. The Lighthouse. And we love the fact that it's a different shape. This author, she likes to write about things in the past. We open up this end page and we get this little photo of this bride and groom. A little sinking boat, tugboat. This looks like a piece of cloth here with a needle in it. And a letter with a stone. Alice, my love. It says, while I wait your arrival, I have Hello Lighthouse. Hey Siri, turn on. On the highest rock of a tiny island, at the edge of the world stands a lighthouse. It is built to last forever, sending its light out to sea, guiding the ships on their way. From dusk to dawn, the lighthouse beams. Hello, 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 lighthouse. We get this aerial view of the lighthouse. I love this opening here. On the highest rock of a tiny island, at the edge of the world, stands a lighthouse. How many of you have been to a lighthouse before? Up in Crescent City in Northern California, they have a lighthouse there. It's really pretty. The new keeper arrives to replace the old. Oh, Mexipina, you've been to one? To carry on tending the light. He polishes the lens and refills the oil and trims the burned end of the wick. Throughout the night, he winds the clockwork that keeps the lamp in motion. During the day, he gives the round rooms a fresh coat of sea green paint. He writes in the logbook and threads his needle and listens to the gathering wind. There's one on Point Oma. Oh, Stacey, you grew up by one. Oh, how fun. Oh, the Cabrillo National Monument. Oh, I gotta check that out. So we open this story up with the old lighthouse guy who takes care of it's gone, and we get this new guy who's moving in. He repaints the whole inside with this light green. Oh, on the Oregon coast. Amazing. Oregon coast is gorgeous. If you've ever been to the Oregon coast, if you haven't been, you must go. It's so beautiful up there. So he takes care of the lighthouse. We love a good moon in children's literature. Pensacola Beach in 1859. Oh, how fun. That's an old one. They're built to last forever, apparently. He's got this, it's a cozy little home though. He's got this little kitchen. It's got its own little potbelly stove. It's a little room. The bedroom's at the desk in the lighthouse is at the top. He's in charge of the light. The wind takes a deep breath and blows and blows. Hello, hello, hello. So there's some rough seas, and you've got this wind. Oh, do you, Stacy? I bet. They always got clear air out there. Clean air. The keeper boils water and drinks his tea as he fishes for cod from the window. He sets the table and hums a tune and wishes for someone to talk to. So this is his average life. He goes out the window and fishes for cod. Fixes his tea in his little cozy kitchen there. He's got a little table setting for one. Every few days he writes her a letter and throws it into the waves. He tends the light and writes in the logbook and waits for her reply. Aw. His girlfriend. He's lovesick. The sky grows dark and the waves rise and crash. Hello, hello, hello. Look at how gorgeous these illustrations are. Yeah, he is very romantic. Look at how pretty those pictures are. These pictures are as gorgeous as the ones in the farmhouse. Yeah, he's a romantic. I love it. He loves his farmhouse or his lighthouse. The keeper looks through his telescope. The tender arrives, bringing oil and flour and pork and beans. So here comes the ship that delivers the goods. And his wife. He shows her around the round rooms of their house. He tends the light and writes in the logbook and sets the table for two. Guys, so here comes the ship that brings the food, and it also brings his wife. And look at how his wife needs to be brought onto the lighthouse with a crane. She's got her own little seat there. And then look at, they're finally in the little kitchen there dancing. Isn't that cute? So sweet. The fog makes everything disappear. A bell must be rung to warn the ships. Clang, clang, clang. It's nice and foggy. We love a good fog. Makes everything so mysterious. One thick night, disaster strikes. A boat is wrecked on the rocks. Not a moment to lose, the keeper rows out. He pulls 3 sailors from the deep Black Sea. He tends the light and writes in the logbook and wraps the sailors in blankets. So he gets to do what the lighthouse is meant to do: save people who crash on their little boat. They save the people, bring them in. The wife tends to them, gives them some tea. They give them blankets. They're safe. The sea turns into a carpet of ice. Hello, hello, hello. It's winter time. You got the seals. The shooting star. And then look at the yellow light coming out of that. So pretty. One dawn, the keeper begins to sneeze. By dusk, he is terribly ill. His wife is everywhere all at once, running up and down spiral stairs. She tends the light and feeds him broth and chips of ice off the anteroom windows. She sits by his side and writes in the logbook the minute his fever breaks. So he gets sick. He's probably got a man cold. It's probably just the sniffles. But everything has to stop. The wife has to do everything. Up and down the spiral stairs. The icebergs pass by on their journey south. The whales pass by on their journey north. So you've got the whales and the icebergs all floating by. And there they are, flying a kite. Isn't that a gorgeous picture? Be so pretty. Inside the lighthouse, the woman walks around and around the room. Her husband boils water and helps her breathe in and out. He tends the light and writes in the logbook. Aw. They're expecting. Look at the little stove. Isn't that a great picture? That's such a good illustration. She's walking around the room. She's pregnant. She's about ready to give birth. She's a little flushed. And notes the birth of their child. Aw, look at how cute that is. He's holding the baby. He's logging it in. Mom, she's resting. The sky erupts in swirls of green. Oh, you've got the northern lights. Hello, hello, hello. Gorgeous. What a nice place to live. The tender arrives, bringing oil and flour and pork and beans and the mail, along with fresh books and news from the land. There's an unexpected letter with the Coast Guard's seal. The keeper winds the clockwork and polishes his lens, just as he's always done. He tends the light and writes in his logbook, but knows that it's not for long. Oh, his new job is probably getting ready to come. Magali, aren't these colors great? And these shadows and these shades of these waves. Isn't that pretty? Such a good book. Together they watch the horizon. There they are right at the top there, watching the horizon. The Coast Guard arrives with a brand new light and installs the machine to run it. No lamp to fill, no wick to trim, the keeper's work is done. He climbs to the top of the spiral stairs and closes the logbook for good. They pack their belongings into the boat and wave farewell to the gulls. So he doesn't have to light it anymore because now it's electronic. The family says goodbye. Beyond the breaks, they all look up. Goodbye, lighthouse. Goodbye. Oh, we're saying goodbye to the lighthouse. There's the boat. On the highest rock of a tiny island at the edge of the world stands a lighthouse. It is built to last forever, sending its light out to sea. The fog rolls in, the fog rolls out. The waves rise and crash. The wind blows and blows. We're ending just where we began, and then we get this fold out. Aw. Over the waves across the bay, a light on the land beams back. Hello, 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 lighthouse. Oh, I think this is where they live at now. Oh, it is. Aww. So there they are in their new home. Now they look out from their home to the lighthouse. Look at this gorgeous red. Isn't that beautiful? They are a seafaring family. This is such a good book about the lighthouses. I used to think of lighthouses from the point of view of a ship, the faithful sentinel standing tall, beaming its light out to sea, warning of dangerous rocks, guiding sailors to safety. But one day I was at a flea market, and an old print showing a cutaway interior of a lighthouse jumped out at me. The drawing made me think of what it would be like to live inside a lighthouse, to make my home in those tiny round rooms, miles from land, all alone. I delved into research, looked at pictures, read books, visited museums, and climbed the towers of lighthouses from New York to Newfoundland and then. Yeah, Trunk Blows Baba. She's a really good author, Sophie Blackall, and she's also the writer of Finding Winnie. This is a New York bestseller. So she's got two really good titles, The Farmhouse and The Lighthouse. She's got a really good illustrator too. Sophie Black. I think she's the one that illustrated both of them because you don't see an illustrator on there. Really good titles. You guys got really good titles tonight. Let's see if you guys made 40K. Yeah, you guys got to 43,000. Thank you very much for that. Mission accomplished. Let's take one more vote. Let's see what everybody's thinking because you guys got 5 books tonight. We started with Jam Barrett, Christmas Treasury. Mexi Pina, you liked 4. Waiting for the Biblio Burro, 2. Winter Fun, 3. Farmhouse. And Hello, Lighthouse. I'm going to say 4 and 5. Mexi Pina, I agree with you. 4 was really good. Magali, 1, 5, and then 4. Okay. Yeah, those are good choices. What is everybody else thinking? Well, we reached our magic number. We did ask for 40K, 1,000 likes. We got 44K. Thank you guys so much for that. We also made, we got some tiny dinies left that we still need to see if we can achieve that goal. John 4, Chiquita 1, 5, and 2. Trump Blows Bubba 4, 5, and 1. Stacy 4 and 5. I agree. Alrighty, friends. Thank you so much for joining us tonight on this 22nd of December. Can you guys believe Christmas is almost over? It just feels like yesterday that we started with fall in August. We started this journey on August 22nd because we wanted to be on top of the holidays, and now we're just days away from Christmas. Back to reality, John. You're right. Back to reality. Alrighty, friends. Tomorrow I'll probably be on again. I have nothing planned tomorrow, so I'll probably be on in the morning and start reading. I'll be reading again at night. I think I might take Christmas Eve off, which is on Wednesday. Everybody's going to be busy on Christmas Eve, so we're not going to have a project Wednesday. Maybe we'll do something tomorrow. Let me think about it. Yes, Merry Christmas to you, John. If I don't see you guys tomorrow, everybody have yourself a good night. Thank you so much for the 45K, 1,000 likes. Really appreciate it. Everyone have a good night, and we will see you tomorrow. Have a good night, Chiquita. Merry Christmas to you. Merry Christmas to all of you guys. Take care.